I was just talking to a friend, and I wanted to share this cool story from when I was about 18 or 19 years old. I sailed with one other person to Hawaii, and his name was Peter. Peter is a physicist. He studies neutrinos, and he was studying neutrinos then. He also made guitars and played classical guitar and flamenco and all sorts of kind of guitar. And he was a surfer and a poet and a sailor. And Peter and I were sailing to Hawaii, and one day I was on deck. We had 3 hours of awakeness and 3 hours of asleep. So I was doing the wake time at that, and Peter was asleep down below. But we had a Bach concerto playing, and the speakers were down below the deck, and the speakers were above the deck. And I was sitting on the boat, and I had my foot on the tiller, and I was reading a book, and I had my hand in the ocean. And then I felt something go under my hand, and I was like startled, and I looked, and it was a dolphin, and the dolphin was beaming up at me, and I could see, you know how dolphins have that kind of look of a smile. Dolphin really looked like it was smiling at me and enjoying something. And I looked up, because I'd been so engrossed in my book, I hadn't even paid attention. And I looked up, and there were thousands of dolphins. It was like wall-to-wall dolphins. I had never even known dolphins congregated to that extent, and I didn't know whether it was 1,000 dolphins, 2,000 dolphins, 5,000 dolphins. It was dolphins packed in every direction around the boat, and some of them were dancing to Bach, and it was fascinating. So what would happen is, like 3 or 4 dolphins, they go into the water, and it was as if they knew the music and choreographed together what they were going to do. So I would look up, and there would be these 3 or 4 all doing, let's say, a corkscrew and then a backflip right on the crescendo. And then other ones were going right with, bouncing through the waves in the ocean right on the beat. And other ones were doing backflips hitting right on the downbeat. And it was just like this incredible dance of, these 3 here, these 5 here, these 4 here. And it went on. They danced to Bach, and the one that was under my hand stayed under my hand the whole time. And we just, every time I looked down, he was just beaming this love, it felt like. And it just went on and on and on until the sun set, and then I couldn't see them anymore. So I don't know if they even stayed, but it was just the most magical experience. And I just felt like these dolphins understood the music and appreciated the music and somehow knew the music to be able to hit the beats with such precision and to have this ability to choreograph 3 dolphins all at once, or 4 at once, or 5 at once. It was just incredible. We live in the most extraordinary world, so be aware. There might be something right under your hand or under your nose that's happening, that's magical, and you didn't even imagine that it could happen.